Hey!
Oh, welcome back.
What's up?
Another episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
And this is a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video game.
And I'm glad you're back, Zach, because that was awkward last time.
Yeah, it's okay. I recovered and went to the Hopsicle, and they said, stop being a little bitch and go play more video games.
Yeah. I think
And then I
that's the
said
right thing
this-
to do.
And then I told them that seems highly unprofessional, and then they kicked me out and slapped me on the rear.
All right. So
And
this
said, you do you, Tiger.
So then maybe we could play some Earthworm Jim 3D for the N64.
Oh, God, what? Oh, damn it! Alright, well, if we have to, let's do Earthworm Jim 3 Dimensions.
Yes. The Super Nintendo version was like so great. This one can't be bad, right?
You'd think, right? You'd think. But at the same time, it's got quite the legacy to live up to.
Oh, that's
And
that's
quite
true.
the history that it had to go through to actually get to the point of release.
Mhm.
Funnily enough, you know who published this game?
Who?
It was Rockstar, the people who made Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that crazy?
So they
So they have. So
they
let me
came
put it-
back
so-
from this.
I know, right? So let's put it this way: you have a great quality IP of Earthworm Jim, backed by the people who made Grand Theft Auto. This has got to be a great recipe for success, right?
Right.
See, you'd think that, but
Yeah.
how about we just dive right into it and let's see how we feel.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Okay, so it starts off in a typical Earthworm Jimmy fashion, where he's doing his Earthworm Jim shenanigans, playing an accordion, then
Yeah.
gets crushed by the N64 logo, and then that gets crushed by a cow.
Classic. All right.
All right, cool,
Homage.
cool.
There's homage
I
here.
remember I remember the cow thing from
Yeah.
before. Cool, cool. I appreciate the homage. So let's talk story, because it jumps right into the story as we
Yeah.
go here.
Yeah.
You remember the story from the other games?
He had to save some sort of
You save
Princess?
like a princess. Yeah, exactly. You save a princess, and that's about it. You don't even do that. You go to a princess,
Yeah.
and with the
That was
hopes
the
of
best part.
saving, and then just nope. It doesn't even work out.
Yeah.
So you think, the game would kind of be more along a not lighthearted, but like more of a jokey kind of like, oh, look at Earthworm Jim being a bumbling hero.
Yeah.
You know what this game starts off with?
In his mind.
Him dying in bed. Him dying in the friggin' hospital.
It's so morbid.
Jesus Christ, it starts off, he's been hit by too many cows, which, okay, I think I have a bad feeling they're going to beat this joke to death about the whole cow thing. And he's been hit by so many cows that he has brain damage and is in the critical care ward and is slowly going insane and dying. Like, what? This has
is
got
for
so
kids.
morbid. Yeah, for kids, for families. Mom's going out buying you the new Earthworm Jim game, and it starts by traumatizing you existentially.
Mm-hmm.
So what made them think this is a good way to start this game?
I don't know.
It's like the battle to live is in his mind.
Yeah.
Jesus Crispies, dude. It's a bit harsh. Like, I know that the game's theming in the previous ones was like a little dark, like tonally, graphically.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you went to hell in one of the levels. Like, fair enough. But, like, it didn't imply that he died.
Yeah.
It just...
So I guess they were trying to one-up themselves, and they just got awkward.
I don't know, man. It just seems like an odd choice to start it off. And then they juxtapose that by making Earthworm Jim's character in the game like a goofy one-liner spewing motherfucker.
Yeah, which is, like, what it's supposed to be. Right?
Yeah, it's just weird. The tonality of it is all over the place.
Doesn't make
sense.
sense.
It's like, what am I supposed to feel? Like, happy, like, funny, haha, or like sad because he's dying? Like, what do you want from me, game? By the way, Earthworm Jim sounds a lot like Homer. Like, a lot like Homer.
Nice.
And you know why?
Because it's the same guy?
Because he was voiced by Dan Castellaneta.
No way!
Fucking Homer is Earthworm Jim!
That is a great piece of trivia.
It's so nuts! I get it, like, Dan Castellaneta is a funny dude, and he does funny voices, but his funny voice for Earthworm Jim is just his Homer voice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you hear Earthworm Jim, you hear Homer.
Right.
It just seems odd, like maybe he could have, thought of another voice. No. I'm surprised he didn't say Doe.
I know.
That would have just been like, okay, you know what you're doing now.
Yeah.
You're being a bit of a sneaky mother.
Yeah, don't lie to us. We know what you're doing.
Yeah. Honestly, I just think the game story is trying too hard. Like, if you read some of the quotes during the... Oh my god, there's so much dialogue.
Yeah.
There's so much friggin' dialogue. There's, like, the golden udder of contemplation. God, you're collecting udders to move on.
The golden udder of contemplation, though, is, like, pretty classic Earthworm Jim.
It is, but, like, it hasn't... We haven't even started the game, and we've referenced cows, like, 500 times.
Yeah, you're right.
In the first game... It's trying too hard. In the first game, it referenced cows like once.
Yeah.
You launch a cow. That's it.
One thing was funny, and then they just, like, rehashed it, like, as much as they could.
It's the literal embodiment of beating a joke to death.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Honestly, the writing itself just feels like a fifth grader wrote it. It's so stilted, and the jokes are just not funny.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, Jim's a bit of a jokey guy, like, oh, go for confident, man. And then everybody's like, don't worry, Jim, be careful. But at the same time, I'm talking to you, the player. And it's like, oh! Just pick a dialogue type and stick with it. If you're going to break the fourth wall, maybe do it once or twice. If you're going to do the thing where they talk to the camera... Fucking commit to it.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know. I did find something I liked upon starting the game.
Go on.
The model of Earthworm Jim actually doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. For like one of these N64 games that were experimenting,
Yeah, like if I compare the 3D model to the 2D sprite, it looks pretty much like what I would expect, like a really buff upper torso with the weird eyes and very scrawny legs. Like, I think they did a good job modeling the actual character.
Agreed.
But I mean, then they do that, but at the same time, when you look at like the live screen, which is literally just like the live screen from the first one with his head in a circle. Mm-hmm. Why didn't they just reuse the friggin' same screen from live for the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, they could have.
Instead of doing this stupid, like, it doesn't even look good. It looks like you line traced the original in a bad way. Like, you had the info there. Just take it and run with it.
Yeah. That's the thing with the N64, these N64 games. They were trying to be too different.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, my God. I think I need to just take a quick break.
Let's do it.
I'm not breaking yet. I'm the drugs they gave me at the hospital are helping. So it should be fine.
Right.
I feel like it'd have to take like a really big moment to just kind of throw me out again.
Pro tip.
But I don't expect that to happen.
Drugs are good.
What was your pro? Da-da-da-da-da. Only the doctor prescribed ones. Okay, welcome back.
Hey.
Well, I gotta say we're at least starting off better than Superman 64.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think anything could be worse than that.
No, I mean, this is bad, but in a different way.
Yeah.
This is bad in this... Sorry, go on.
I feel like Superman N64 is considered one of the worst games of all time.
I'm glad we started with that.
Yeah.
Now, that was a good point, because we started from the worst, and now we're just kind of working upward from there.
Yeah. So
It'll be very good for my blood pressure.
That is true.
But at the same time, this is bad in a different way, because just there's so much history surrounding this game franchise.
Yeah.
Like, you know how I mentioned before, the tonality of the game is just all wrong here?
Yeah.
So let me put it this way. Earthworm Jim, like I said, it had crude and gross theming throughout the whole game. In terms of its story and the design, like, you're going to fucking Buttville and you fight a giant snot monster, and, like, it's crude and gross, but, you know, it committed to that aesthetic through its design.
Uh-huh.
So it at least was, like, consistent.
Yeah.
But Earthworm Jim 3D gets rid of all of that crude, like, grossness that made Earthworm Jim what it is. It makes it look, like, cartoony, while making the subject about, you know, Jim dying or going insane. It's just tonally, like, at odds.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was so, like, inspired, it seems, you know? This one is just not.
It seems like it was drawing off of, like, you remember how there was a cartoon, an Earthworm Jim cartoon?
Yeah.
I feel like they based the tonality on the game around the cartoon and not the game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Which, yeah, I mean, I could see why, because the cartoon was obviously cartoony, so they wanted to make it, you know, nice and family friendly, approachable, and like 90s one-liners, abundance, all that crazy stuff. But at the same time, they wanted to also make it like dark, like an Earthworm Jim game, so they just kind of threw in the death thing. It's like you can't have the best. You can't have both.
No,
you gotta commit to one or the other. Like if you're gonna go for the cartoony route, make it like, oh no, all the sheep were stolen, and now I can't wear wool coats. Like make it something stupid and innocuous.
Yeah, just super light-hearted or something,
And I mean, like, this whole attitude of everything being at odds is summed up in the friggin' pause menu. One of the options is just, I want to end it all.
Oh,
That's
God.
the quit button.
Who made this game? Are they still alive?
I don't know. Did they end it all?
After this,
Were they going through a friggin' dark period in their lives?
Probably.
Like, oh my God, in this game for kids? Oh God. All right, we got to start the game. Like, we're still just talking about the first area. Okay, so there are 4 areas that you can look into. Memory, happiness, fear, and fantasy. Kind of styled around the same gating system as like a Banjo-Kazooie or a Mario 64. You have to have a certain amount of MacGuffins to get into the certain area.
Yeah.
So you have to start actually with memory. Oh, and by the way, there's also an area where you can go to his eyes, and just so you don't forget, see him in the hospital bed with the friggin' doctor standing over him. Just as a reminder that you're dying in bed.
Just to get you through the game, like, what?
What is this game? It's so all over the place. Okay, let's talk about the controls. Why are the main attack buttons mapped to Z and C down?
Is that it? Oh my God.
Yeah. So C down is your whip, and Z is shoot. I get that Z is shoot. That's fair. It was shoot for a lot of other shoot games.
Yeah.
But why is the whip the second most important attack C down? You threw it into the corner, basically.
Yeah. It's weird.
And I get why they did that, because they had to make A jump, and they made B this weird dodge roll.
Oh, yeah?
It just rolls. To dodge out of the way of bullets, which I get.
Do you use it?
They make you use it, but you don't have to use it, because anytime you kill an enemy in this game, they give you health back. Mm-hmm. So it's not like in the original where you really needed to be stingy with your health.
Yeah.
This one just gives you health for killing every enemy.
Wow.
So it's like, why do you need to dodge it all?
True.
You don't need to dodge. Just fucking power through it all. And then get all the health back. I never died in the game, while I was playing. I never even got under 50% damage.
Oh my God.
I wasn't I was trying to get hit. At points, I was just standing there, and there's so many invincibility frames, and they take so long to shoot you. It's just they're giving you every opportunity to make this game as easy as possible. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy, because the last game was stupid hard.
Yeah, the last game was a challenge. It was
exactly
why it was so good.
Agreed. That's what makes these games fun. It's a challenge. It's a platforming challenge.
Yeah.
And this one's just oh, don't worry. Let's hold your hand and make it nice and easy for you. I don't want you to have to worry about this whole dying thing. I want you to hear more of our stupid jokes.
We want you to like this game.
Oh, boy. I don't even want to start talking about the camera yet, because that's going to be a whole fucking thing.
I was thinking about bringing it up, but I figured we'd save that.
Let's save that for later. I need to hold it together.
Yeah.
Question. Again, this is another joke that they put in. So they keep comparing things to you lost your marbles. Get it? Because, marbles.
Yeah.
So why... This is going to be mean to accountants. So why does a waffle have the equivalent of 60 marbles, while most accountants, as they say, only have 101 marbles? So the jump from accountant to waffle is 41 marbles?
That's it. That's it.
I mean, I get it. You're making a joke, but like, why do you jump from waffle to accountant?
Yeah, at least have like cake in the middle or pie. Or
I would assume accountants at least have a little more than 101 marbles. I can't be an accountant. I've seen those tests they have to take. That's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I think you need a little bit more than 101 marbles.
Maybe waffles are just super geniuses.
Oh my god, I never thought of it that way. What if they're just really smart and we've just never really known?
We've been just eating them the whole time. We could have asked them existential questions.
Oh my god. Are we demons? Just eating all of these semi-sentient waffles?
Dear waffles, what is life?
I'm sure the waffle knows all about life.
The waffle knows.
The waffle's life is full of hardship and pain. And maple syrup.
And syrup, yeah.
Loads of syrup.
Hey, it sounds like a good life. It sounds like a human's life, to be honest.
That's true. You know what? Maybe the waffles are a representation of the average human. Are we all just waffles in the big breakfast plate of life?
Trapping syrup in our arteries.
This metaphor's gone off the rails.
Yeah. In a way too good way.
Oh my god. Paul, I need a quick break. Can you help me? Can you help us out here?
Yeah, we need to get back on track here.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, welcome back.
Here we continue.
And we continue. So you know this game's made in the 90s, right?
Yes.
I mean, if all the references and pun-based humor wasn't enough.
How could this game not be made in the 90s?
I mean, started off with like, it's a barnyard out there. And they have things like coop, de-tat, like chicken coop.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like shit like that all the goddamn time. You don't get a break.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
It comes in.
It's not tasteful.
No, it's just. It's not even just that tasteful. It just beats you over. Again, this game beats you over the head with its jokes to be like, "Am I funny yet? Am I funny yet?"
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me keep going here. There's one of the dude's name is Colonel Pluckett. There's this guy named Colonel Mussolini. The pair of underwear that one of the chickens wears is Calvin Cluck.
If that was the only one, that would be funny. But
they talk about the friggin' KFC joke. secret blend of herbs and spices. That's not even a joke. That's just a reference to a brand. It's too much. Everything is a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You want to be funny, but Jesus Christ, this is not the way to go about it. It stops being funny. It becomes just like, oh my God, just shut up. Like, I need a break from you. Anyway, like, okay, you know what? I think it's about time. You want to talk about the camera controls?
Yeah, they suck.
You start.
I was gonna say, like, the game was too easy, you were saying? You like didn't die once, and I was gonna be like, what, with those camera controls?
I know, like, the camera itself is just begging me to die. It's just, It hates me. I don't understand why it's so atrocious.
They have so much trouble with those N64 camera controls. Oh my God.
But it's so crazy because a game that came out specifically for the N64 had great camera controls. The friggin' Super Mario 64, the first game that they made.
Yeah. Why couldn't every game just copy that?
Like, it's the fact that the camera just takes its sweet time to swing around, and at the same time, it's way too zoomed in. You see so much of Jim in every shot that you have to manipulate the camera in such a way that you see the enemies because he takes up so much of the friggin' screen.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't account for that by making the camera more nimble. The way they did that is by saying you have to hold R to keep the camera behind him. But at the same time, then you're just holding the R button the entire game?
The whole time? Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get fucking like...
just make it like it.
Exactly, make that the default. And then at the same time, don't make that the default because I did that and it freaking gave me motion sickness. Because the camera's swinging like a motherfucker on like a string. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
If you turn a slight bit, the camera's just like, all right, bro, I got you. And the entire friggin' perspective shifts so much. It's like when you're playing a game in VR, and you're just like, what is happening? My brain can't process this much.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. And then, like, you think the camera control would be used to, like, aim your shots, right? Because... At least Earthworm Jim could aim up and down. In the other game, he could go, like, pretty much every direction. This game, they keep him only able to shoot on the friggin' horizontal axis.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that? This game's 3D.
It's the perfect opportunity to add more direction.
Right? You could. Why are you limiting yourselves like this? Is it because you knew the camera controls were shit and it'd be stupid to aim?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh my God. I can't. It's the one thing that would have been good about this game. Like a first-person Earthworm Jim shooting mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be perfect. Put friggin' targets up and have us do first-person shooting with him.
Yes.
That sounds cool. Why would you not?
Like a bonus level or something. Just put targets.
Anything. Like, why won't you let me have fun, game? I'm trying very much to enjoy you.
Yeah.
And it's like
And those boxes that you, like, shoot to destroy, it's like, that's the perfect opportunity to, like, add targets to them.
Exactly, you have them stacked up even. Yeah. Why won't you let me shoot in any direction? What is your deal, game? Oh, God. By the way, as we're moving through here, remember how they keep beating the same jokes over the head? Remember when you launch a fridge, or you use a fridge to launch the cow?
Yeah.
How will they launch 5 fridges this time? You get the joke? Yes. The joke's funny again. Ha ha!
It's more fridges.
It's so funny, because now there are more fridges. Oh, God. It's just, I can't with this game's jokes. It just needs to shut up.
Yeah.
And then Jim just needs to shut the fuck up. Every time he collects a thing or gets hit, he says a stupid quip. It's not even a quip. He just says, like, a tonal grunt. He'll be like, "Ugh." What did they tell Dan Castellaneta in the friggin' recording booth? Okay, Dan, I'm gonna need you to just make guttural noises for a while. Guys, are you sure about that? I thought Jim, like, spoke. Yeah, we'll have him speak sometime, but, like, we need to, like, switch it up with some guttural noises. So,
All right.
Yeah. All right, I guess. I don't actually know what his speaking voice is like. I'm just imitating Homer.
Yeah.
But, like, you have a great voice actor like Dan Castellaneta, and you just shit all over what he's good at.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't keep going with this game. It's just too much.
We haven't even done any bosses.
I know. I don't even think we're going to get to any bosses unless I want to keep my sanity. Oh, man. By the way, speaking of the gun, like, it makes no sense, the limitations on this gun. Not just with the ability to aim, but how far away you have to be to shoot something.
Right.
You can't shoot things from far away.
Doesn't make sense because it's a gun.
It's a gun! What? What is it's a gun?
That's what it does.
It's the one thing
That's
a gun does. It hits things from far away. How do you mess up something so basic? It's like, why do you even have a gun in the first place? If you have to be up close to it, why don't you just use the whip, which doesn't have a weapon constraint? What? It
does not make sense.
I can't.
Does not compute.
Oh, God.
So yeah, before I know, Zach, that this game is annoying. You couldn't get through it. Come on, who gets
Can you
through
just
this game?
tell me a little bit about the bosses, and then we'll call it a day. I couldn't even make it.
Pretty sure every boss fight is the exact same, so it's okay that you didn't play the bosses.
This game could have been so good.
I don't know.
Why would you do this?
Yeah.
This game could have been so good.
I know.
Damn
I'm sorry,
it.
Zach. It's so much potential. So much potential and nothing.
Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not even angry.
Are you okay,
I'm just
Zach?
I'm disappointed. I'm like your mom. I'm just disappointed. This could have been so
like
much more. You could have been so good. This game had so much good going for it with the previous games and the developers and the everything. And you just
here's a tissue, Zach.
You just thank you. Here, you can have it back.
It's okay. It's okay. Thanks.
I'm just gonna lay down.
Gross.
I'm gonna lay down. Can you do the outro?
Okay. Guys, follow us. It's theextreme.com. That's ITSSTREAM. No, I forgot the. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google. We have a website. It's great. Twitch. Zach, are you okay? Yeah. Here, I'll give you some tea.
Thank
All right.
you.
There you go.